We're back.
Surprise, surprise.
And to answer the first question, we are both healthy. We are both well. We haven't vanished. We have just had a crazy, insane, busy summer. So welcome back to Mountain Beaches. I'm Norm.
And I'm Kim, and this is Jazz.
Yep. Jazz steals the show every time.
She does. She had a birthday back in July. Yeah. So she is now officially not a puppy anymore.
Right.
She is a 1-year-old.
Yes, she is. And she is getting better and better every day.
Yeah, she sticks around. We don't have to go chasing after her. She's just really, we feel very fortunate. Thank you, Lauren.
Yes. So we've had a crazy busy summer. How about you guys? Have you had a crazy busy summer? Let us know in the comments some of the things that you guys did over your summer. We're going to share with you some of the things we did and some of the things that we've accomplished. And I feel like, in some ways, I feel like we have just accomplished so much.
And so little.
And so little at the same time. We got a little
I got
grasshopper.
bugs. Yes, bugs.
It's just crazy. Every time we knock off 5 things off our list, it seems like we've added 10 more. So
at least. Yep.
Crazy.
It's been a crazy busy summer, but it's been a really fun, fantastic summer too. We've been working really hard on the barn dough and all the stuff that we've wanted to get done, but we've taken some time for family and friends, and that's what's made it especially wonderful.
Yes. So our son and his family came to visit.
Yes.
And they stayed for, I don't know, almost a week, and we rented a trailer for them. They stayed here on the property. It was so much fun. We had so much fun. We went boating on the lake. We went fishing.
We went to the amusement park.
S'mores every night, campfires.
They rode the e-bikes all around. We really had a fun time.
They loved trail riding on the e-bikes. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
We had 3 different sets of friends.
Yeah, we had Bill and Teresa come up, and they helped us out some. And then we had
Mark and Sharon
came up, and they were a huge help.
Yep.
And then we had Ron and Crystal twice, and we went to visit them once. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they came up. The first time they came up was we didn't make them do too much work. The second time they came up and they said, "We are here to help." So they came up just recently and spent a week up here, and we got tons done.
Yeah,
it was great.
But we also had a day on the lake.
Yeah, we spent their wedding anniversary. Took them out on the lake and had a fun day. So lots of visitors, lots of family, lots of fun times, hikes, and just all sorts of.
And going back to Utah.
Oh yeah, we also went back to our Utah home.
Yes, and we got to see our grandson Griff play football. He's a senior in high school, and he's on the varsity team, and he made his first touchdown. Yay, go Griff.
Yes, he plays tight end, and he caught all 3 passes they threw to him, and he caught like a 30-yard touchdown pass,
it was awesome.
They just barely lost right at the whole game.
We don't need to mention that. He played a game.
He played his best game ever.
Yeah.
So that was so much fun.
What else?
Projects.
Yeah, let's talk projects.
Let me get my list out because
we can't remember everything.
We're going to forget.
And I have sawdust in my eye.
Kim's been busy working today, and I've not. Yes. I've been watching football and enjoying the day.
Things.
But okay, so what have we accomplished since our last video? Probably the number one biggest thing that we got done. 100% solar is now up and running, and that is amazing. That is just so amazing.
Our power is 100% powered by the sun. We've got it all working. There were a few little glitches that we needed to figure out.
Yeah, I just got those
yesterday.
Cleaned up yesterday. Yeah.
But it is fantastic. And
loving it.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm sure Norm will show you some of the video.
So if you're not familiar with our channel, you can go back and look at other videos where we've built the solar array that you see behind us and the power station inside. But we have 18 kilowatts approximately of solar panels that are behind us there. We have about 60 kilowatts of battery bank, and we have two fairly large inverters that each one will be able to handle 12,000 watts.
It's massive.
And
I think.
It is.
It's wonderful.
It is. Today we have a pretty gray day, and that is kind of what it's like almost every day in the winter. So we over-engineered the solar because we want to be able to last as many days as we can on our batteries with minimal recharging. So that's why the system is so big. Plus, we keep saying it on the channel and we keep hearing it. When you're off grid, 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Right.
So if you have redundancy, something goes out, you're still running.
Right.
That's our motto, and it's been...
And we will have some more backup to the solar. We'll have a generator, you know, in case we just are not powering enough with the solar.
Right.
So
could not be pleased more with how the solar ended up.
yes.
Especially since it's working.
Well, and honestly, I mean, it's a big system. It was a lot of work, and Norm did the lion's share of it. I helped as I could, but it was 100% done by Norm and myself, and I think I'm pretty proud of it.
And a shout out to our son-in-law DJ, who
Yes.
helped when we last summer when we installed the post for the stand.
Yes.
Solar stand. That was big help.
Huge. Yes,
But
that was a huge
we did it
help.
all.
Yep.
We didn't hire any help. We did the whole thing ourselves, and I spent a lot of time studying and learning and figuring things out, and
Yep, we did
happy
it.
to say that it's running
Well.
really nice. So I'll take a little pat on the back
Yes.
for that one. Another big thing that we accomplished early on, and we may have already shared this in one of the videos, but we got the Woodfire Boiler set in place.
Yes.
And shout out to that on that project goes out to Chris, our well driller, because he just contacted me and
Out of the blue.
And said, "Do you need some help getting that boiler in place?" He was the one that came to our rescue and lifted it off the trailer for us because my tractor wouldn't lift it. It was too heavy for it.
Yeah.
And so he came over on
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And he lifted that thing with his skid steer and put it in place, and
Yeah, the two of you maneuvered it around. He was a huge help.
Yes, and I thanked him. I said, "Man, I just can't thank you enough for taking your holiday and coming to help us." And he says, "This is what I like to do. I'd rather do this than not have something to do." So thank you, Chris. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
And we still owe you a burger. We told you we'd have you back up here this summer, and time slipped away. We told you we'd have a...
We won't forget. We'll get you up here at some point in time.
Okay, next that I have on my list of things that we've done, we were recently, with Ron's help when they were here, got probably about 80% of the back wall of the shop insulated.
Yes.
The vapor barrier up, the girts up.
Yep.
So that was a huge job.
Yes.
And
Well,
really
before
happy
you
that's
did,
done.
yes, but before you did that, you ran the gas line.
Right.
So because we're going to put in a gas propane tank as backup, and we needed to get that gas line run, and so the two of them did that.
We are under a time crunch for that because the gas propane company, they have a hard end date of October 31st. They will not install propane tanks after October 31st.
Okay.
So here we are, middle of September, and
Yeah, we got to get that scheduled.
got to get that finished. So I've got to finish. We got the main line run, and now I have some trunk lines, smaller lines to run off of that. Then we have to get it pressure tested, get it the inspector out to check it. Once the inspector is signed off, then they can come and do the install of the tank. So we're getting close. And that's Jazz playing with her toy in the background, her rock, scratching at the rug. So we're going to have a propane boiler that will act as a backup, because if we're not here, we like to travel. And if we're gone for more than a few days, then we need to have reliable heat to keep the building from freezing, and that's what we're doing with that.
Yep.
And what else is running off of the something? Oh, our clothes dryer is
propane.
propane. So we need propane for that. The biggest thing is for the backup.
Yes.
For the boiler.
Yeah.
So
Backups upon backups.
have you heard the saying, 2 is 1, 1 is none? It's an expensive saying,
Yes.
but
It's necessary.
off-grid, building off-grid is not for the faint of heart. This
No.
is a monumental task. It's expensive. Well, the way we're doing it, let me rephrase. The way we're doing it is expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive.
No.
You can do it for a lot less than what we're doing it. But at our stage of life, we're able to do a good big system that will make things comfortable for us.
Well, and we kind of like having all the comforts of home, but off grid. So because of that, we're doing the backups, we're doing the bigger solar system, we're all of those things. Yeah, we're doing us.
We need a lot of power because this is Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa.
Speaking of which,
It officially is a resort and spa now because
we have a hot tub.
we have a hot tub. It's just an little inflatable hot tub that I bought off of Amazon. I think it's made by Coleman. But that thing really works.
It really works, and it's 100% heated by the sun.
Yep.
And
by our solar system. It's got an
system.
electric heater. You're right.
Right.
So that's pretty
That's
exciting.
pretty cool.
Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa.
Yes.
Yes.
He'll never let me. Yeah, it's always going to be resort and spa.
Of course. Another fun thing that we did this summer is we were able to experience and see the northern lights right here at Eagle Ridge.
Yes.
And I'll put some images that we took with our camera. It was really quite interesting because as we would look up into the sky, all we could see were like
With our naked eye.
With our naked eye, were what looked like faint,
kind of grayscale.
Grayscale, like clouds.
Yeah.
But you put the camera up there and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
It was so cool. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
And occasionally with the naked eye, you could see a little bit of the color, but nothing like the camera caught.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. And
we were excited about
beautiful. Oh, insulation. We have most of the bay sections, the two sides of the barn door. The ceiling has been insulated with R38. Our contractor's coming back this week. Mm-hmm. This was part of the original contract, and for various reasons, we pushed him off until now to do this. But he's coming back this week. He'll finish the main section with the insulation, and then all of that is getting metal ceiling put on.
Right.
And so that'll be really nice.
Yes. Do we want to talk about what...
Oh, no. That's a surprise. We have another new feature coming on the barn.
Oh, is that a surprise?
We are already modifying the barn and adding to it. We're not gonna tell you that today.
Okay, all
That'll be
right.
in a future video. We're going to show you some other things that we've asked the contractor
They might have to wait 6
do.
months till that other video comes out.
It might be. Oh, another thing that we did when Ron and Crystal were here last week, we installed a large beam across part of the ceiling in the apartment where some of the ceiling joists will connect to. Our apartment is an L shape, and there's a piece there where there would be nothing to hook to. So we had a spare beam that was, I think, made wrong or something.
Who knows?
So we had a spare beam. We cut it to size, and we got in there. And Ron and I got it set in place with the help of the tractor and the forks. We don't have video, but I've got a couple of pictures of that. We just really have not been doing video.
We are not. In fact, I've been working on, putting all the framing around the doors and all of that stuff. And I'm like, well, if I'm not anything, I'm slow. So.
But she's good at it. So I told her not only is she slow, she's good and slow.
Yes. We just are not fast workers. And you know what? It is just what it is. And so we've had to make the decision to just plug along and not do much video in order to get the things done that we've needed to get done.
Yeah. So another thing that you did earlier this summer, is we moved the fire ring that we had. We used to have a fire ring, and it was on the back side of the trailer. I don't know why it was there, but
That's
it was
just,
kind of inconvenient. So
Yep.
Kim wanted it more usable out in front. So she built us a much bigger fire ring, and then she built us these benches
yes.
out of cedar block and 2x6s, and it's just been awesome. We've used it so much with family and friends here this summer. It's just been fantastic. So
I see that you've broken one of my cement blocks.
I broke one of the blocks,
You're
yes.
going to have to.
I confess it was me. I broke it. Yeah, we're going to have to replace that. Well, we got enough. We got
Yes,
tons
we do.
of blocks. So we already talked about, we made a trip back to our house in Utah. We've done a bunch of smaller projects. Can't think of what those are, but we must have done a bunch of smaller projects because our summer has just flown by.
It has, and it does. You know, the summers are short up here, and it was kind of a rainy, mucky spring, and
Yes.
you know, and then we had
June was very wet.
yes, and then we had some days that were horrendously hot, and so you know you have to work around that a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but
And then we played a little bit and
Yeah.
friends, and it's just, summer is just flown by. And up here in North Idaho, it's unofficially fall.
yes,
I mean, Kim's in a tank top. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm in a long sleeve, and it's cool in the mornings. We have the heat going, and
the trees are starting to change.
oh, we also last week we met with a forester.
Oh, I was just going to ask you if we're going to talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll talk about that. We met with a forester last week because our forest needs some help.
Yes.
And it's been neglected for, when I say our forest, our 10 acres.
Our 10 acres, though.
And we want to make it better. Part of the problem is it's overgrown. There's too many trees. And so they're small, skinny, tall trees. They're not safe. We have a lot of trees that have fallen over. We have a ton of down wood in our forest that's a fire hazard. So our forester came out, and he's working up a plan.
Can I stop you for just a second? Jess,
Come on, Jess.
come back. There we go.
Good girl. Come on. No, come on. Hey, Jazz.
Good girl.
That's a good girl.
Okay.
Yes, come on. Okay. So he's working on a plan for us. There is grant money available to cover a lot of the work that needs to be done. And our neighbor is having some done next spring and summer and told us about the forester. And so we contacted him. We're going to have some things done. We're going to still have a beautiful forest, but we're going to make it better.
Yeah, we're going to clean it up.
Yeah. So that's
We're
on.
not logging.
No.
No, we're just cleaning it up.
Thinning, doing a little thinning, and mainly when I say thinning, we're cutting out the trees that are, like 3-4 inches. It's just too thick.
Yep.
So there's that. I think that brings you up to date and current. I want to thank you guys for sticking with us. We have been missing in action. We get comments all the time. Hope you guys are okay. And we try, when we see those come in, we try and respond and say, yes, we are okay. Thank you.
But we do miss some, I'm sure we do, because
Oh,
we just
yeah.
have not been checking our emails and social media and stuff.
YouTube has not been our focus.
Yep.
And going forward, we're not sure what our focus is going to be as far as YouTube. We're happy, we're excited to be here right now and sharing this with you. We may start going weekly again. Maybe we'll even do 2 a week. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do one every other month. We don't know. We don't
I
know.
don't think there's going to be 2 a week.
You just never know.
You never know
You
with this
just
guy.
never know.
You just never know.
I'm a bit of a wild card.
A bit.
But thank you guys so much. You are the best of the best, and we really appreciate you sticking with us. So many of you have said, when you come back, we'll be here. Take your time. We understand a very, very few have
Decided to
gotten
to
upset
leave.
because we haven't been regular, and
You know,
well, that's
it's
okay. We gotta do us and what works best for us. But thanks so much. We love you guys. We appreciate you supporting us, and we'll catch you in the next video.
See you later.